My name is Andrew Hennessy of Hennessy Automotive Group, and this is our 1930 Studebaker President. We have this car here on consignment from a local collector who has decided to thin down his herd. He's owned this car for the better part of 2 years now, and he has made some extensive modifications, as you'll see shortly. And when I say modifications, I'm talking about quality of life modifications. Things such as air conditioning, power steering, an automatic transmission from a Lincoln, and even subwoofers with a Bluetooth capable radio. This car really has been made to be the perfect daily driver. Although it does have quite the rap sheet of modifications, that's not to say that it's ruined by any means. This car has retained a mostly stock look from the outside, with the exceptions being these little decals right here. Another decal, which I am quite a big fan of. I was surprised when I found out that these cars didn't come with them stock. This little wheel cover right here. And that's really all. I mean, looking at this, if you knew what you were looking at, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is a modified Studebaker, except for this third door right here. I know we were all looking at it. This third door is actually a product of the car being stretched on a Corvette front end with a Ford 302 engine under the hood. And again, I'd like to emphasize that looking at this car from the outside, you would never be able to tell that this car has an entirely different heart. This is the infamous Ford 302 carbureted engine. The seller has installed air conditioning as we need it down here in Florida. It is fully functioning and works great. It's an absolute necessity. Air conditioning, heat, it has it all to make your commute very comfortable. The air actually reaches all the way into the back, which is very nice. I mean, really, listen to how quiet this engine is. It sounds like a sewing machine. I think that this swap was almost a match made in heaven. It gave the car enough pep to make it keep up with regular traffic, and it gave the car the reliability factor that these were so severely lacking, as this car is from the 30s. I think we've touched all the bases on the exterior. Here's a quick little walk around video. I'll get nice and up close. It is a little dirty. It's hard to keep things clean here in windy Florida, but you get the idea. Overall, it is a fantastic looking car. Once again, you would never know that it has all of this done to it. Now, moving on to the interior, the real star of this car. This car comes equipped with all new gauges that the seller installed himself. We have water, oil pressure, fuel, battery volts, everything works as intended. We have a Bluetooth radio that's hooked up to kicker speakers and a subwoofer that's hidden somewhere in this car. I can't quite find out where, which is a good thing. But the front cabin is beautiful. It's very nice to be in. The materials feel very good. The AC works exactly as it should. Feels rather nice out here in this 100-degree Florida day. I'll give you a shot of the headliner. We have the glass over here. The privacy window opens, closes. It's a nice little touch. The front cabin is cool and all, but the back cabin is where the party happens. Over here we have a real fire pit. From what I understand by the seller, it is a gas fire pit and it is fully functional. Back here we have full vinyl seats. Let me scoot this out of the way. Little picnic basket, decoration, but everything looks great. It feels great. There's not any squeaking. The real wood right here, real wood over here. It really is, it's a nice spot to be. And the AC reaches all the way back here. So if you're looking to take a few friends around, go for a little Sunday cruise, you can pack as many people as you'd like in this. Alrighty, now it is time for the driving impressions. The first time that I hopped in this car and I took a test drive in it, I was so impressed that I ran into my business partner's office. He's been doing this for close to 30 years now, I believe. And I yanked him off of his phone call and I said, listen, you have to try this. You have to go drive this. You've never felt anything like it. And I rolled his eyes and said, yeah. You know, I've experienced these. He went on a test drive. He came back and he said, oh my gosh, it feels like a new car almost. You know, it drives so smoothly. The throttle response is so good. It's not a slug. It can absolutely keep up with traffic. And the creature comforts. So that's the big one, between the air conditioning, the gauges, having all working gauges, which is really unusual in this business to see every single gauge functioning as it should. The speakers, just everything like that. It really is a neat experience to be driving a car that's almost 100 years old and not be worried, not think about, you know, oh, do I have my AAA guy's phone number on speed dial? Do I have a tow truck on speed dial? Do my eyes have to be glued to the temperature? It's, even for me, you know, I'm 21 years old. I've had close to 50 cars pre-1990. I love my classic cars. Whenever I'm driving one, I'm always glued to the temperature gauge, or I'm glued to something. I'm always worried. But with this car, I don't get that feeling. And that is a very nice, very relieving feeling to have. And like I said, I'm gonna make a big deal out of this one. All of the gauges work. If you're in the market for a car like this, I assume you've had something similar. And you know that to get everything functioning as it should is really a big feat. This is, even the turn signals, there you go, you can see the little bulbs. It really is a big feat. It's quite neat to be able to drive something around from this era, I don't mean to repeat myself, but from this era, and not be worried. All things considered, especially the fact that this car is larger than most boats are, the turning radius isn't bad. It feels nice, it feels maneuverable, the steering is tight, doesn't feel loose and sloppy and all crazy like some of the cars from this era that I've driven. It feels very nice. Unfortunately, we don't have a full rap sheet of everything that was done to this car. It is a little bit of a mystery. The seller did not give us a ton of information because he didn't get a ton of information. He didn't get a ton of information from the person he bought it from. But what we do know are the things that I've told you. The air conditioning, that's something he installed, the new gauges, the speakers. But as far as the chassis stretching goes with the Corvette front end, as far as the automatic transmission goes, we do know that it's from a Lincoln. I theorize that it's from an early 70s, you know, Mark III, I believe, or Mark IV. But it shifts nice, no stutters, there's no slipping, anything like that. The 302 feels amazing. Once again, this engine and transmission combo was like a match made in heaven. It perfectly suits this car. It's nice, it's leisurely, it doesn't make a ton of noise. It also doesn't leave you behind in traffic. You know, I'm sure you could go highway speeds with this. I'm sure you could keep up with anything that you needed to get yourself out of a pickle. It's really is a great match. In essence, this car is not meant to sit in a garage. This car is not meant to sit in a museum. This car is meant to go to somebody, hopefully one of you, who wants a nice, drivable, comfortable showpiece. You know, I think that's exactly who this car was made for. Somebody who is going to use it, somebody who's going to show it off and spread the joy. The joy that I got when I saw the fire pit in this car is unmatched. It made me smile. I sent it to all my buddies and they all said, I think that might be the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I think other people deserve to see that with this car. So if you have any interest in this car, feel free to give me a call at 941-587-2081. My name is Andrew, and this is our 1930 Studebaker.